Hey everybody, what's going on? And welcome to Guns N' Roses Central. And I want to do a retrospective of Guns N' Roses' show at the Troubadour last year. So it's been 366 days till they actually played the show. And let's take a look at the events that led up to this actual show announcement. So in late March, there was strong rumors hinting that Guns N' Roses would be performing a secret show at the Troubadour. Now, it was already known that Guns N' Roses were going to be doing a partial reunion involving Slash, Duff, and Axl. It was announced back in January or late December that Guns was going to be headlining Coachella. Now, we started to get rumors that there was going to be a warm-up gig just before Guns were going to play some shows in Vegas that they had previously announced. So at that point in time, nobody really knew who the lineup was going to be. We knew it would be Slash, Duff, and Axl, but would Izzy be back? Would Steven Adler be back? And that was kind of unknown, and it wasn't discovered until the actual day of the show. So it was rumored that Guns N' Roses drummer Steven Adler was originally going to be playing the Whiskey A Go Go on April 1st. It's a 500 capacity venue in West Hollywood. But then a couple days before the show, they actually announced on Twitter that the Steven Adler show on April 1st was going to be canceled, and they also teased, stay tuned for a big announcement, hashtag Guns N' Roses. So some people speculated that maybe Steven was going to be joining Guns N' Roses, and Steven even confirmed these rumors in interviews he did this past year. He said that he was injured several months prior to the Troubadour show, but he was healthy and good to go to play that show or make an appearance. But Duff called him and said, hey, actually, Steven, we're not going to be having you join us at the Troubadour show. So the day of the show on April 1st, Guns N' Roses started selling tickets for $10 a piece. There was only 200 tickets that were going to be sold to the public because it was a small venue they were playing. And it was being sold at where the old Tower Records used to be. And in addition to selling tickets, there was also merchandise being sold. And fans started to line up, and there was a pretty heavy demand for tickets to get into the actual concert later that night. Now, in the run-up to the actual show, the Troubadour actually had this just outside their building, Not in This Lifetime, referring to an interview that Axl did with TMZ back in 2011 or 2012. He was asked, would he ever reunite with the original members of Guns N' Roses? And he said, not in this lifetime. And that was actually the name of the tour that they've been touring on this last year and a half or so. And it was also rumored that the Whiskey might be having Guns N' Roses play a warm-up show instead of the Troubadour, because there was going to be a Guns N' Roses cover band called Hollywood Roses playing there that night. And on the Troubadour website, the day of the Guns N' Roses show, this is what they had on their website listed as an upcoming event. They had a Girl Rock School Showcase, Friday, April 1st, doors open at 6 p.m. Now, Guns N' Roses hit the stage after 11 p.m., and it was a pretty late show for them, considering how early they've been going on this last year and a half. So, second song in, Axl falls and actually breaks his foot. Now, it wasn't known at that time that he actually broke anything, because the rest of the show he was mobile, he was moving across the stage, and it wasn't revealed till the week later, just before the Vegas shows, that he would actually have to be sitting in a throne and wearing a cast. Now, this is a set list for that Guns N' Roses performed at the Troubadour. It was a little bit shorter than what they've been playing on the Not in This Lifetime tour. It's across stadiums all over the world. Now, not only did the fans come out to the show, there was lots of celebrities who also made appearances. So most notably, some of the celebrities include Bradley Cooper, Kate Hudson, Lenny Kravitz, Michelle Rodriguez, Chris Brown, Nicolas Cage, and several others. Now, another thing that made headlines was the new member of Guns N' Roses. Chris Pittman had been fired or left the band. It's still unclear about his departure and the circumstances around it, but Melissa Reese was the new person on keyboards for the band. Now, there were some websites who claimed that she's the first female member. That's not technically true. She's a touring member as far as I know. And Guns N' Roses have toured with other females too, so they toured in the Use Your Illusion tour with the 976 horn section, Tracy and Roberta, and they were considered touring members. They weren't official members of the band. Now, in the lead up to the actual performance, many people didn't even know who the drummer was going to be. Like I said before, people thought Steven Adler would be it. And Guns N' Roses teased a photo of some head drumsticks, and speculation went crazy. People thought maybe it's Matt Sorum because he used to use these drumsticks back when he was with the band. Some people thought maybe it's Steven Adler. There was even, I think, an exchange with Frank Farrar, who said that he doesn't use a head, he uses Vader drumsticks. And it wasn't until Matt Sorum quashed the actual speculation, saying that he wouldn't be performing at the Troubadour show. And it really wasn't until showtime, when band members started arriving, that people saw Frank and they figured out which lineup was going to be performing. Now, the show went off without a hitch, except with the exception of Axl hurting himself, but everything went according to plan. The members actually got up on stage, and a lot of people were wondering, well, how would Slash and Axl interact? And it seemed like their performance was really well reviewed. There's a really great review by Art Tavana by the LA Weekly, which I've linked to down below, which talks about actually seeing Guns N' Roses at the Troubadour. And even Kevin, who has actually been on my podcast, he got in and went and actually saw the Troubadour show. And everybody who's went to the show has had nothing but good things to say about it. Now, cell phones and cameras were not allowed into the venue, and even though they made sure that nobody brought them in, it seems like a couple of people were able to sneak some cameras and cell phones in, and there is a couple of videos on YouTube showing some fan footage, but there's also been some pro shop footage released by the band. Sweet Child of Mine is one of the songs, as well as Welcome to the Jungle, and I think I've seen some pro shop footage of Live and Let Die here and there, and the whole performance was actually filmed live, so some people are speculating that maybe for the 30th anniversary, they're going to actually release the Troubadour DVD. But we'll have to wait and see. As news comes out, guys, I will keep you updated on my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the like button if you enjoyed the contents of this video. And let me know, what were you guys feeling around April 1st of 2016? Like, was it just surreal to you that Axl and Slash were taking the stage once again? I was kind of skeptical of like the whole thing until they actually made it on stage. And I remember I didn't even stay up the night of the actual performance. I got up at like 5 in the morning and saw that it actually went off, and I was like, I couldn't believe it. And it was kind of cool to see Axl wearing his old skeleton jacket from way back in the 80s that he used to wear. And I think even before the Troubadour gig, from what I remember, I thought it was either Tower Records or Troubadour. They actually had a display of like Guns N' Roses memorabilia, like the pinball machine and a bunch of other stuff that was just like a throwback to the old Guns N' Roses. So that does it for today's news, guys. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the contents of the video. And be sure to follow me on Twitter and Facebook. The links to my social media channels are down below. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. If you want to stay up to date on all things related to Guns N' Roses, take care.